This is the expanded video that explains the Sales Opportunity Status Report. For the Quick Start version of this tutorial, with minimal explanations and no navigation, select the Quick Start Sales Opportunity Status Report video. Normally, you would review this report by starting with the workflow navigation or selecting this report when you select the Run Optimization simulation. There are 9 tables in this report that display results at the opportunity level. These tables display all of the information in your opportunity database for all of your reported opportunities, irrespective of their current status. I will start with an overview of the Sales Opportunity Status Report, and then we'll walk through the navigation. And we'll just scroll down to Table 1. The objective of this table is to display the overall number and types of data errors. Fatal and mandatory errors are errors that result in invalid results for the Run Optimization simulation and need to be corrected. So this table displays in the header the number of opportunities in your opportunities database. And then over here, it identifies each opportunity by client, opportunity name, and description. Fatal errors are errors that preclude the opportunity from the Run Optimization simulation. Mandatory errors are errors that would result in an invalid Run Optimization simulation results, and no data errors are errors in missing information only. And finally, we see the date on which the opportunity was entered in the database. Scroll down to the next table. The objective of this table is to define the opportunity and sales status. And the color coding which we see here, which applies to all of the subsequent tables, just give you an example. Gold is an opportunity that is already won. Green are opportunities which are currently active. Yellow are opportunities which are currently inactive. And red are opportunities which are already lost. Only active opportunities are included in the Run Optimization simulation. So how are they identified? They're identified by the name of the client for the opportunity, the industry that is the primary industry for this particular opportunity, what are the specific solutions that are included in this particular opportunity, the name and description of the opportunity sales status, and again, the date that the opportunity was entered in your opportunity database. And we'll scroll down to the next table. And the objective of this table is to display the logic that controls whether or not the following were included when the opportunity was entered in your opportunity database. So we see the opportunity name. And this is whether total revenues were checked against minimum maximum limits from your user database. Whether direct margin was entered as a percentage of total revenue. Whether sales, general, and administration expenses are entered as a percentage of total revenue. Whether the number of periodic payments were checked against the minimum maximum limits from your user database. Whether revenue per payment were checked against the minimum maximum limits from your user database. And whether or not commissions were included as a percentage of total revenue. And the next table. The objective of this table is to display the relative weight allocated to each of the 5 factors that are used to prioritize tasks in the Run Optimization simulation. So for each opportunity, we see the industry, which is the primary client industry for the opportunity itself, the specific opportunity, what is the probability to win, the client itself, the stage, the current stage in the ideal sales cycle, and the total. And this total is always the sum of the individual factors and is 100%. And the higher in any one of these areas that the weighting is for a factor, the more important the factor becomes in determining the prioritization of these opportunity tasks. And we scroll to the next table. And here the objective is to display the results for each of the 5 factors, from a minimum of 0% to a maximum of 100% of the relative weightings that we discussed in the previous table. The logic used to calculate these results are included in your company database. The 5 factors are defined as per the previous table. industry, opportunity, probability, client, and stage. The total percent result is the sum of the results of the 5 factors weighted by the relative weightings from Table 3. And again, the higher you see this number for the total percent result, the higher the priority that will be given to these opportunity tasks in the run optimization simulation. And we scroll down to the next table. And the objective is to display the channel partner relationship that may exist in this sales opportunity with this client. So we see the name of the opportunity. We see the type of channel partner relationship. This defines whether this is an opportunity where you are pursuing a direct sales process or you are in a support indirect role and a channel partner is in control of the sales process. This is not about a channel partner providing the lead, only about who controls the sales process. Now we see here the name of the channel partner, and it's blank for a direct sales process, and the client name and the client primary industry repeated from Table 1A. And we scroll down to the next table. And the objective of this table is to display the current status in terms of the ideal sales cycle, stage, and task. So we see the opportunity name. We see the opportunity sales status, which is repeated from Table 1A. We see the name of the ideal sales cycle. And we display whether or not this opportunity has already started the sales process. Yes, meaning it has started. And if it has started, what is the current stage within the ideal sales cycle? And what is the sequence of this stage within the ideal sales cycle? Where are we in terms of the current task within the current stage? And again, what is the sequence that this task is within the ideal sales cycle? And what is the percent completion of this current task? And we scroll down to the next table. And the objective of this table is to display the target and predicted dates and the predicted differences. So we see the name of the opportunity, the date when the opportunity was targeted to start the sales process, the date when the opportunity was targeted to close, the date when the opportunity was predicted to start the sales process, and the date when the opportunity is predicted to close in the run optimization simulation. And now we see the number of days from the report date to the target close date for this opportunity, the number of days from the report date to the predicted close date, the number of days the predicted close date is later than the target close date, so this is negative if the predicted close date is earlier, percent completion for the overall opportunity. And the next table. The objective of this table is to display the periodic revenue data that results in the calculation of the total revenue. So we see the name of the opportunity. We see the revenue type. Is it periodic or contract? Contract types have only a single lump sum payment. We see the periodic frequency. Is it monthly, quarterly, or annually of these revenue payments? The minimum and maximum number of revenue payments for this client from the client database that's used as a check. What are the number of revenue payments at this frequency for this opportunity? The minimum and maximum revenue per period for this client from the client database. The revenue per period. The total revenue calculated for this opportunity, and the opportunity priority. This is the sum of the stage's priorities, and as a cross-check, should be 100%. And we'll scroll down to the 9th and the last table. And the objective of this table is to display the target profitability of each opportunity. So we see the name of the opportunity. We see the target direct margin as a percentage of target revenue, and we see the target direct margin in dollars. Now, depending upon the profitability logic that's displayed in Table 2, this table could also display the target sales, general, and expense as a percentage of total revenue, the target SG&A in dollars, the target profit after SG&A, the target commission or bonus as a percentage of total revenue, the target commission or bonus in dollars, and the target profit after SG&A and commissioner bonus. I'll just scroll back up to the top. This completes the description of the results, charts, and tables of this report. I click on the Workflow tab to start the navigation process. The navigation is the same as used by your internet browsers. The confirmation activation, and we see the choices here, when set to yes, displays all of the confirmation information for each of the choices you select in a gray color. Confirmation information cannot be changed during a run, only later by changing the user profile. The default settings in your user profile is no, but I will change this to yes to display the confirmation information. And we see that this results in Time to Money displaying the following additional information: the record creation time, which is the current date and time for this report, as well your company or organization name. And I'll just scroll down to the next section. First, select from the pull-down menu the workflow you want to activate. For this demo, I'm going to select Run Simulation and Review Alerts and Reports. The description of your selected workflow is displayed below the selection, so that you can be sure that this is your desired workflow. If this is not your desired workflow, simply select another workflow from the pull-down menu. And confirm that this is your desired workflow by selecting Yes, Activate Selected Module. This selection results in Time to Money automatically navigating to that workflow. You must not click on the Submit button, as noted in the warning that you see here at the bottom of the screen, and this navigation applies to all workflows. And we can see that Time to Money displays the selected workflow module in a new tab. And for this demo, I'm also going to change the confirmation activation to yes. And I scroll down to the next selection, which is to select from the pull-down menu the individual module you want to activate. And for this demo, I'm going to select Sales Opportunity Status Report. And again, we see that the description of your selected module is displayed below the selection, so that you can be sure this is your desired module. And again, if this is not your desired module, simply select another module from the pull-down menu. And again, confirm this is your desired module by selecting Yes, Activate Selected Module. And again, we see that Time to Money displays your selected report home screen in a new tab. This completes the quick start video that explains the Opportunity Status Report.